All right, guys, another win for the Utah Jazz. This is the Hoops Nerd postgame show. I think that's 7 in a row for the Utah Jazz now. Get a nice, easy one against the Knicks. As far as the Knicks go, I was kind of excited to watch RJ Barrett, but you've got to take into account the fact that the Knicks are coming in on the back end of a back-to-back. I believe Ken Clayton online talked about he does a fun job of recording when teams come in from their flights. I think the Knicks came into Utah at 2:26 a.m., got to bed probably 3:25 or whenever they get to sleep, however long. And they weren't playing with their 3 best players. So this was practice, but it was nice to see RJ Barrett. The Knicks have actually been playing a little bit better lately. They haven't been the dumpster fire since they fired Fizdale. So that's something nice to see. But there's not a lot to take from this game with the Knicks team who is super tired and who's pretty bad anyways. But it was nice to see RJ Barrett, who does make nice plays. It's funny, whenever sorry, I'm still got my cough. Whenever I talk about and look at these players that come to play Utah, it's almost an unfair measurement of players because they're playing against Rudy Gobert, who is so dominant. And he doesn't let you do the things that you can do against other regular centers. And so sometimes, watching someone like RJ Barrett or Kevin Knox or Nili Kina or someone like that against Rudy Gobert, it's not fair because it's just not the same. It's playing on hard mode when, typically they're on normal. And so, but RJ hit some nice shots and he looks like a nice player. He could be a nice scoring wing for the Knicks. And if he can develop his playmaking and things like that, he looks like he could be really, really nice. The thing with the Knicks, they just got to keep building it, but it just feels like they hit reset every year. They try to skip steps every year. They've just got to find the right guys, develop them, and they got to get a coach that can build a culture. The Jazz changed when Quinn Snyder came, and that aligned with Rudy Gobert starting and things like that, but you got to have a coach that can build a culture for your team. And the Knicks, James Dolan, I'm sorry, guys. I root for the Knicks, and I don't know when it's going to turn around. Who knows? But we'll see when that happens. For Utah, this was really like glorified practice in a lot of ways. I don't know what you take from this. Donovan Mitchell was actually sick, apparently, playing through a cough, still scored 20 points. Rudy Gobert was just dominant. When Rudy Gobert's in these games against these teams that are tired or undermanned or just not very good, it's almost, they can't do anything against him. He just rocks everything. He rocks the boat for everyone, but for these bad teams, he just dominates them. Tonight, Rudy Gobert had just a monster night. 16 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, a block. 4 assists is nice. I love that play where Rudy, when he's rolling to the rim and he passes it out to the wing shooter, it's fantastic. Rudy just gets better every year. He adds other elements to what he's good at. So Rudy Gobert knows what he is, and he sticks to what he's best at, and he's just the best at it in the league when it comes to defense, blocking shots, finishing at the rim, rolling at the rim, setting screens. But then he adds wrinkles to those things. So he's rolling to the rim and then passing it out to shooters. And when you have Bojan Bogdanovic, who tonight was fantastic, 20 points, 50% from the field, all of a sudden Bogey's kind of figuring it out. And then on the other side, you have Joe Ingles, who is just on a tear right now. The Jazz are hard to beat, and they just hit tons of shots, and it's fun to watch. So Utah's figuring things out. They are playing really well. Emmanuel Mudiay tonight had probably his best game as a Jazz man. Fun to see him do that against his former team, the Knicks. 8 for 12 from the field, 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Let's see, 2 for 4 from 3. Really nice stuff. And also 4 assists. I thought Mudiay tonight was really passing the ball nicely. Even when it didn't turn into assist, he was making the right plays. And just when he's facilitating, he's so much better. When he's doing hero ball stuff and going to the rim without a plan and trying to get buckets without actually, playing within the offense, it's not good. But when he's facilitating, he's good. He's a nice backup point guard. So it's nice to see that from Emmanuel Mudiay. Not much else to say, guys. This was not a game you can really take a lot, other than the Knicks aren't that good and they were tired. And the Jazz played really well and took care of business. So, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. If you're on SLC Dunk Podcast, make sure you rate and review. I will talk to you later.